Okay, good evening and welcome to Pazito Radio. We are welcome, and it's a privilege to have you back on. And we miss everybody online, on Facebook, we miss everybody. So welcome everybody. If you've just joined us, this is Have Talk with Akua Boate. We are back live. We are back. So we've come to be with you for all sorts of educations, different educations, new stuff. Akua, welcome.
Thank you. And welcome everyone.
We are happy to see you today. So with all ears now, the floor is for you. What do you have for us today?
We are back again to talk about we know there's a lot of sicknesses around because of COVID. And then we take so many things for granted. So I know I'm always on Facebook sharing food and stuff, and I hear a lot of myths going on about COVID is not real, it's not this, it's not that. People are refusing to take it. I'm not here to tell someone don't take it or take it. It's none of my business with what people do with their lives. But I'm here to talk about, thank God, myself and my children, we haven't had it. None of us have had it. We have taken our jabs. I've taken all the three. Even my 15-year-old son has had all the two. My daughter has had the two as well, about to have the booster and all that. And thank God we've not had it. But in talking about this, we do all what we are supposed to do, that like washing of hands and the processes, the what not to do, what to do, and everything. That is what I am here to talk about. We don't put a lot of things on Facebook. Sometimes you hide at the background and do things, but now everything is by government basis. So I would say I am studying. I'm doing something to do with COVID. So I will talk about what I know, and that is why I'm here to educate I call people on Facebook as my family. So even if you don't want to take the job, you have to look after yourself. I'm not saying don't take it. It's good. If you want to do it, do it. So some of the good hygienes that you have to, hygienic things that we have to do. For instance, washing of hands. I know everyone washes their hands when you visit the toilets and all that, you wash your hands. We use common soap and the toilet normal. Mama, I don't know if you've got the paper serviettes, paper towels and everything. If you have some in around you, if you can show it.
No, I don't have it around where I am. I have to. Yeah, but what you are what Akuya is you're talking about is just the paper towel. You want to say that it's not just a hand washing.
It's not just a hand washing. You just the tap flows. You put your hand under it. And then you are done. You go. We have techniques of hand washing. We have techniques of how to wash our hands. So that is what I am here to talk about today. First and foremost, before you go under, you open the tap. Even if you wear gloves, you have to wash your hands. If you work in the hospitality sector, before you wear the gloves, you have to wash your hands. If you are in your house and you are washing your hands, you just don't go open the tap, you are done, you are off. And then most of the time we use bar soap. If I can get a bar soap and hand liquid, please. We use bar soap. The bar soap, yeah, that's what we've been using most of the time. But now that there is COVID, especially if you are a lot in the house, more than one person living in the house, bar soaps are not good for us anymore. You need the liquid soap, because I'm saying it's not good for us because one person, it's okay. You are the only person, but you don't know how many people you go out and you greet to come and then you touch it. I'm talking about a bar soap like this one. This one is not good enough for us anymore because Ya will come back from outside, pick it, wash the hand, drop it. Kojo will come from outside, come inside, pick it, use it, and then drop it. Kojo will come in, pick it, use it, and then drop it. So if you are more than about 5 or 6 people in the house, you are all coming back from outside, bringing your own pathogens. We call them infectious pathogens, coming to touch this soap. They are sticking to the soap. So even if it's not COVID, there are other germs or infectious diseases touching this soap. So at this time, these types of soaps are not good for us anymore, especially now that there is COVID around and people are refusing to take the injection. We can't use this soap anymore because the pathogens stick to it. They don't go and they are harmful. They get into our system. So now we are doing away with this soap. If you're only one person, I won't even advise it because you've gone outside, you've greeted someone, and you are back using this one. So I won't say it's good for you anymore. When I finish touching on this, I'm going to show how to wash our hands. We have a technique. So now this is the soap we use. I'll put this away. And then this is the soap good for us now, liquid soap. We are now saying this is the liquid soap for the, here we call it the NHS. I don't know about other countries like Ghana, the hospitality system, NHS, whatever we call it there, I don't remember really. That is what is good for.
Normally you see one that they've written bacteria. You know, you see one that if you want to go extra mile, you see one that, you know, is there. Now it's very common.
Okay, if the bacteria one is good, yeah, use the bacteria one. If you don't have the bacteria one, please wash your hands regularly as much as possible if you can by using these hand wash liquid soaps. It's better than the bar soaps. Don't stop using the bar soaps. Use these ones. If you use them for washing, that is fine. But for your hand wash to prevent COVID and other infectious diseases, these ones are the best now. Use these ones. In this country, you get some for £1. I know things are going up, so you may not get them for £1 anymore, but these are the best ones. And then you open your tap. I'm now going to touch on the hand wash. You open your tap if you want to wash your hand. You open your tap and you've washed your hand. We have a way of washing. An effective hand also depends on whether the right soap is being used. That's what it says. The right soap is being used. And wrong products will never be effective. If you use the wrong products, it will never be effective if you wash your hands. That is what Ma'am Abuna was saying. So if you get the antibacterial ones, that is the best one to use. And then it will be available to be used everywhere. And if you don't use them, you are spreading the infectious diseases, as we are saying, because now we are all trying to control them. We are trying to control the pathogens. And as soon as you finish washing, please don't use paper towels. Sorry, don't use the normal towels, the napkins. We call them napkins. What we call napkins, we are doing away with them because, as I said, Kojo will come in, will wash the hand, and the towel will be hanging. The towel will be hanging there. I'll pull it. Kojo will wash the hand, pull, wipe, and then leave it. Ya will come in, also come, use it, wipe. Everyone will come and use the same, especially if it's at a working environment. People will be using it. So they are trying to do away with all those things and be using the paper towels, because the paper towel is being used and then dropped away in a bin. So you use once and then you drop it. You don't use and keep it on yourself. You don't use and pocket it. You use and then you drop it in a bin to be disposed of. That is a good way of practicing good hand wash. And this prevents COVID. So those people who are saying they are not going to take the injections, this also prevents it. I'm not saying don't take it. Take it. If you want to take it, take it. But this also prevents it. Is there any question so far?
I think we just listen to what like, this is a time for us to be quiet and listen to you a little bit. So I think everybody is just listening to the teaching.
Okay, I've touched on the hand wash, but there is a condition called eczema. Eczema. If you know you suffer from eczema, too much hand washing, it's not good if you suffer from eczema. So you contact your doctor and they will give you some medications. You still have to wash your hand, but they will give you some medications to control it, because too much water it's not good for you if you have eczema. Yet you still have to wash your hands, but they will give you ointments to prevent it or to cure it as well. Yet you still have to wash your hand. Okay, and they have a way of washing the hands. That one is what I am here to teach. And then, as I said, first they have a way of opening the tap. You open the tap and you wash like the tips, and then this way, make sure you wash in between. You wash the backs like that, and then like this. Wash, make sure you wash, touch every base, every base, every base. In between, they have all the steps. You can Google as well. This is what you Google to do it that way. And then you have to do it for 20 seconds under the running water. You wash it the way they have steps like that in between there, the palms as well, the tips, the backs, like that. Yeah, for 20 seconds. And after you've done that, please don't use the same hands to touch the tap you opened. You don't do that. It's either you use your elbow to close it like that, or this, or you use the paper towel you use to wash to wipe your hands, to use to turn the tap to close it. Then you've done your work. And as I said, if you suffer from eczema, make sure you always have hand cream. That reduces flax. If
Let me say, if they go to the GP will give them something to use. So they will always
for the eczema. For the eczema.
Yeah, so they will have they will have it, because some of them the cream will not be good for them, but because they have the eczema, you know, when they use the water too much, as you're saying, they shouldn't, because if they use the water too much, the itchy starts.
Yeah.
So as you said, if they go to the GP will tell them exactly what they need to do.
Yeah.
Because they can't excuse themselves because eczema, I'm not washing my hands. As many as we can.
Yeah.
As many as we can.
Yes. Yes.
Because the COVID is real, so we really need to protect ourselves.
Yes. In saying this, if those of us or those who don't have any eczema at all, you have to keep hand cream on yourself, because too much washing of hands will make your flake. They call it flake or flake. It will flake. Yeah. So you have to keep it so that you make sure you always grease your hands so that it doesn't look dry or chapped all the time. Yeah. And then for those who keep long nails or these artificial ones, it's up to you, but keep them clean, because those pathogens we are talking about, they breed, they hide in there. So you make sure you wash them and clean and keep them neat so that they don't breed, or if they do, they are spreading the pathogens or infectious diseases we are talking about. They'll keep going around. No matter how much or how many times you wash your hands, they will keep spreading if you keep them long and you don't keep them clean. And then the water shouldn't be too cold, because they breed under those temperatures. It should be warm. Yeah. If I'm making sense, someone should tell me. If not, I can explain further.
We are educating ourselves. Good evening, Papi Kolo, welcome. And then Nana Quarantine say greetings, Nana Quarantine, greetings to you. And we have our sister Joy Sylvester. How are you, our dear sister?
Okay.
You expect children in the classroom when you are learning for them to listen, so they listen before asking questions.
Okay. One other thing is you can also keep hand gel on you. Always keep hand gel. You don't say because you have hand gel you won't wash your hands. You still have to wash your hands. As an emergency, you can wash your hands and then still use the hand gel as well. You can wash your hand and after wipe and then use your hand gel, because remember we are still trying to prevent these COVID and other infectious diseases as I'm talking about. So it all comes down to these three things I've mentioned: your liquid soap, your paper towels, hand gel, and
The hand gel
everything.
is important, Ekuya, because
Yes.
when you enter when you are at a workplace or especially outside your house, when
Yeah.
you go to the toilet, as you
Mm-hmm.
finish everything, wipe your hands. You need the
Mm-hmm.
hand gel because you're going to
Mm-hmm.
touch the door again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good, as you said, using hand gel. So you've done
Mm-hmm.
everything clear. Then you add it with a hand gel
Mm-hmm.
because you're going to whatever the what do you call staff toilet, staff room, wherever you're going, you still finish
Mm-hmm.
and open the door
Mm-hmm.
where
Mm-hmm.
somebody already has touched it.
Mm-hmm.
So this hand gel have the smaller ones that you can
Yes.
keep on
I
you.
bring you one.
So instead of maybe the big one, you cannot. If you have a smaller one, even if you have the big one, you can be pouring them
Mm-hmm.
on the smaller. They have funny ones that you can hang it around yourself or even in your. Yeah, this is even big. They have smaller types. That is so funny to hang it around. This is small. It can be in your bag, so you can then
Yeah.
be able to. So it's double thing you are doing here. You washing it, you cleaning it,
Mm.
and afterwards, when after you finish, handle it double because we all need to
Mm.
protect ourselves.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Those are the tiny small ones, which is really
Yeah.
good to have
Yeah.
it all the time.
Yeah. And then some of the commonest things we do to like we do certain common things around us we do to wash our hands, like sneezing. You don't sneeze outwards. You can sneeze in like that, and then you wash your hands. Or so people can even write it on the platform for us. There are so many common things we do. It's common sense for you to know when to wash your hands. And all these things, you don't have to go and grab the towel. As I'm saying, use common tissue paper to wipe your hand. Don't ever use normal towels anymore if you are a family in the house. I know things are going up, but if you want to be safe, try and buy the tissue papers. Don't buy don't use the towels anymore.
I think it's not that what I've realized it's not that people don't have the sense to do it, but at times we take things for granted. They
Mm-hmm.
know they know that this is common. They have to do it, but that's why we are educated. It's just certain things you think, oh, it's normal, or we are in the same house. Especially when you are in the same house, you might be about a family of 5 or 6, because in the mind you are in the same house. You forget about certain things.
Mm.
It's like you are with because when you are outside and sneezing, I'm sure you make sure you not sneeze out whilst there are people close to you. But you can do that in the house so easily, forgetting about. I think it's familiarism in the house. So that's why we
Yeah,
have to be cautious around us. It's just
yeah.
the familiarity. So it makes you really forget about it. Because
Mm.
like now, although max is not common, it's not mandatory to do it. People who work in hospital have it 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wear it 24/7
Yeah.
unless you are outside, but you have to wear it 24/7. So
Mm-hmm.
people who are working in hospital, they are protecting themselves.
Mm.
It's not really something you fussy doing it, but you have to do it. So people
Mm.
out there also, if you don't want to wear it, there are the
Mm.
petty things you need to take care of yourself as well.
Mm.
You don't need to experience the kind of COVID. You don't have to go through that before we learn something out of it. Especially now that we feel, now if you go to it's as if it's really normal, nothing is happening. That is why we are talking about it, because that will be the dangerous bit. Because everybody think, oh, COVID, it's gone. You don't think about it, but it's still there. Your immune system may be different from somebody else. So we really need to be cautious of petty things that we do around. So you sneeze, because when you're sneezing, I don't think you go outside and sneeze not having a tissue or something. You try. But I think when you are, you just do it. It's like, I think you just do it. So it's something we have to be cautious, because it transfers. As you sneeze in that environment, it's in the environment. So everybody that stays there within the next hour it will just, if you have the micro to check, you could have seen it, but because we don't have it, we don't see, but it's still in the atmosphere. So we are here to at least happen ourselves.
Yeah. You can also use a tissue and then wash your hands, because you've sneezed in it.
Yeah.
So it's one other way of doing it. So as I said, you do this, that, and then this way, and then the tips there, before you rinse. You can do 15 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds.
www.pazitoradio.co.uk. Pazito Radio, we keep you alive.
So if there is no question, I think that is it for hand washing for today. And then the wiping. That's it.
Somebody is saying, how do we do the toilet seats?
Toilet seat is a good question. This is what I do. Now there is COVID around, and then if there is a big family in the house, I make sure I have disinfectants, one in my kitchen, one in my living room, one in the bathroom. Even myself, when I finish using it, I spray it, wipe it before one of my children goes there to use it. In the lounge, I make sure I spray all the seats, even the middle table, before the children will come there. All the time. So you have to make sure you spray and then put Dettol in it, or bleach. Put bleach in the toilet and then spray with disinfectant on the toilet seat, lift it up, spray it, and then wipe with Dettol wipe to protect your children and even yourself against your children, because they go to school. They come in, you don't know what they've brought in from the school. So disinfectants, even I'm talking about here, or Dettol disinfectants. I don't know about other countries, but here you can get cheaper from Lidl and Aldi and other shops. You can get the store brand, which is also good. So you get 3 or 4 and put them in every room. Your door handles, you spray and you wipe. And most of the surfaces, just get them in each room and put one there. It does really help. I'll be honest with you. It does really help.
Even on the government, I think when you watch the telly, on the government message, it says, even in your living room, when you want to clean it, put bleach in the water. before you mop it, put bleach there. And so when you mop all the floor, you have every bacteria that is there is going. Or you go to shopping. You can come back home, have your gloves in, and then use the Dettol wipe and wipe everything before you do the packaging in your store. Because as the shop, everybody else have touched whatever you might. Even if it's a canned thing, it's been touched. So we shouldn't forget that now the COVID has come to live and it's there. It only takes the grace of God that we are still there. So we should be also mindful of certain things that we are entering the shop. What I have touched, you will come and you also touch. So we bring all those things in our homes and we need to try to protect it. And then we clean it and then we pack it back in our. So that one, you've done it with gloves, you've cleaned everything, you've taken off your your gloves, you put it in the bin, wash it. So you have the things that you've already cleaned them in your house. And then when you are touching it, you know that you are touching a clean thing. So these are some of the things that we need to help ourselves, educate the children. Because there is no rules around it, and that is when death can slip in. Because there's no rules, so everybody goes and do whatever they want. But remember, you don't know what somebody has gone. You don't know who somebody has sat close that the person has got it. So you need to protect yourself. I still wear my mask everywhere I go. I still wear it. It's a choice, but that is what I do.
Do you know I'm a freak? Even sometimes when I sit on like a seat wherever I get home, if it's jeans, if it's a black jeans, I take disinfectant, take it off and spray my ball.
At times, you have to just protect yourself, because some people go everywhere, they don't really care. So that's where the danger is, because they don't care. They go do everything and then they come back. But it's still there, because if you watch in the news, every day is still there. That even if it's 10, it's still there. It has never come to zero. So we need to help ourselves to protect our family. I don't want to see any death thing on the Facebook and say loved one. Before I become like a family now on Facebook. So Facebook is two things. It's good and bad. It's a choice for you to choose which one you want, which group you want to choose. So if we become close, we become like a family. So we should help ourselves, protect ourselves. And then if you wear, a little bit I can add, if you wear the mask that is not disposable, please try and wash it. Please try and wash it, because remember, you've gone out with it. So every germ that you have, you're bringing it back home. So try and wash that one as well, if that's what you want to use, so that we can all protect ourselves. Health tips is back on. So by the grace of God, we've just given a tips just for today, and thank Ekuya for us to get back. And then there's a lot of things that we have this year. All is about teaching. All we're doing is to teach, to support whatever we also have. We bring it on board, and then we help. Also, Mami, Belinda Lynn, welcome. So we welcome everybody that came in. Please help us share the video, educate somebody as well. That's, if you educated, you save life, you save somebody's life. So please help. And then Evangelist Benjamin Kusi, welcome as well. Our sister Janet Mensa and Papi Kolo, we are back, Papi Kolo. So we'll be having fun. And then thank you. Have a good night. Take care of yourself. Akuya, thank you. Do you have anything to say?
Thanks everyone on my side. I can't see anyone from here, but if you are on my list and you came to watch, thank you so much for joining in and share. We'll be talking about health, not food. Health.
All right. So see you all. Take care. We'll be back.
Bye-bye.
Bye.